Hello everybody, this is Kiki from Living Food Page. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And today I have my really good friend Albert Duarte to come and share how we met and what Zeal Wellness has done for him. Hi Albert.
Hi there, how you doing?
Good. Thank you for coming out again.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure to fellowship with you and just talk about what God has done in our lives and then Zeal.
Right.
And then Zeal. So
Zeal.
yes. So how did we meet?
Well, let's see now. Met about over a year ago. We met through a friend. One day she sent me a text about Zeal, and I looked into it, and I said, "Wow!" I go, "I want to buy some of this." She was so surprised because nobody ever really purchased something just without having a sample. And what I noticed was a lot of the ingredients that I was taking and buying separately were industry. So it was a no-brainer for me because I was, I just had asked her how much will it cost, and she said $55 for a month's supply, and I said, wow, it's going to save me almost $200 because that's what I was paying for the ingredients. So that's how we met a year ago.
Yes, and I remember we met at my daughter's house, and I don't know if I had to go down there and you were coming off the freeway, but I do remember we were in my daughter's kitchen, and I do share that 8 out of 10 may feel something in 20 minutes. And Albert, by the time I walked in the front door, which was like right away, was like, I feel there's something going on, if I remember.
Yeah, so you gave me I believe it was the Berry Blast, and so I took it down, and I want to say probably within 3 to 5 minutes, I started feeling some tingling going on in my head and in my arm, and I was like, oh wow, like that was quick. I've taken a bunch of different types of supplements in the past, and this is not a supplement, this is a nutrition. So I noticed how fast it really worked in my bloodstream. So I was I was impressed because it was like almost instant.
And that's what surprised me, because most people, as you can see, Albert is very healthy. He walks every day, he meditates every day, he's just doing amazing. But for him to still even feel something so quickly says a lot about the Zeal. So I was really happy that I got to encounter that before you left.
Yes, it was, and again, when I left, I was like, oh wow, this is some really good stuff. So it was like I said, it was just so quick that when I saw what was in it, experiencing it, to dive in head first into the product, because it was just something that from that point on I just felt that I was gonna keep it in my life. The real breakthrough came about 4 days later, when all of a sudden I woke up with this extreme amount of energy, and at that point, that's when I really became a believer in it, because I was buying and taking B12 shots at the time, and this was giving me this more energy than the B12 shots were giving me.
Yes.
So I was like, no more B12 shots. Introduced Zeal into my life. Been on it a little bit over a year now.
A year now. Wow, it's an exciting journey, and Albert has shared into Mexico, right?
Yes, I have. We've been very fortunate, and a friend of mine that I introduced the product to started taking it, and he was in it. At first, he said, "Oh well, I have family members in Mexico, so I could take it to them and create the business." The interesting part about that is, it took some time. About 2 months later, he calls me back and says, "Now I understand." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I was off the product for 2 weeks, and now I noticed the change in my body." And again, this is his testimony, not mine, but he did say, he felt lethargic and that he needed it back into his body. So that's when he really became a believer, and then we went into his family down in Mexico, and they came on board also.
Wow. And I've heard that testimony a few times, Albert, where people say, I don't feel nothing, And nutrition's really not a feeling. If you keep taking it, you're going to have testimonies unfold. But I've had people come back so fast because they said they were being tired. There were things that were surfacing that they didn't realize what Zeal was doing for them. And it's funny because when you feel good, you don't complain, right?
That's true.
It's when you're in pain that you have a reason to complain. But when you feel good, sometimes it takes a while for you to recognize those things until you get lethargic.
Right.
Like, what changed? What happened?
That's true. And I had another of my clients that I gave it to, and almost instantly he had a reaction. And yes, it's when you put good nutrition into your body, and you have it for so many years, you will have some type of reaction. And I've seen it over and over and over when you start taking care of your body and getting all the bad stuff out, how it starts changing, and your body starts receiving the nutrient, and where you have energy, focus, clarity, and those are some of the things I've experienced. So for me, I'm on the go all the time, so this is just a go-to for me. I have a case of it in my car, so every time I go out run, once I'm done with it, I'll open up a bottle and I'll drink it down. And if I'm hungry, there's times I'll just open it, get another serving of it. And it keeps me out. It keeps me healthy. It keeps me going throughout the day.
It's definitely a go-to. When I'm hungry, if there's no food around, I'll drink my Zeal. I feel content. I feel it gives you this happiness. It gives you that, like he said, mental focus and energy. I mean, we can go on and on with testimonies. It's all over in my garage. It's in my car. It's definitely a part of our daily health regimen, and we share whenever we get every opportunity. And that's what this Living Food page is about, is to say, do not settle for being sick and tired. Just what if the proper fuel makes you feel better in many areas. At the end of the day, it's you drinking it, you having your own encounters, not by what I say or what Albert says, but it's about you putting yourself to the test. And no time for doubt. We need to feel better, right?
That's right.
Less anxiety. We have clear mind to be able to make good decisions right now. And so it's just a win-win, Albert, with this product. And I mean, we can go on and on. I'm excited.
That is true.
And this is my second one today, and I'm like, woo!
And again, like you said, we only have one body, so we need to take care of it for longevity purposes.
Yes.
I'm 50, so I'm looking to go into my 80s and 90s, hopefully.
Yes.
So you got to take care of our body.
It's funny you say that, but I really believe that we're going to live longer because of our cells being renewed, restored, rejuvenated, and our grandparents lived to 120. That can happen again because all our illnesses and tiredness trails back to our food. Our food is not the same as it was many, many years ago. This is giving back to what was stolen. So we'll maybe do another interview when we're 120 years old, and we'll
there you go.
How we look, and then there's going to be the proof, right? But anyways, Albert, thank you so much, and cheers.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.